And action. Hi.
It took you a long time to come up with that. Hi. Hey there, guys. So, in honor of our 1 year Nomadiversary, we're going through a list of questions that we've gotten, asked a bunch, and just some things, general things that you might like to know. So, before we get started, though, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you stay up to date on everything we're up to. Question number 1 that we have gotten mostly at the beginning of when we started to travel and do all that is, what made us choose this lifestyle? It kind of all started out as we wanted to move out of Minnesota, but we didn't know where. We had a lot of different ideas floating around in our head about where we wanted to live and settle down. So that's kind of where it started. But once we started traveling, we were like, why stop? So another question that we get a lot of what was our favorite spot, or what has been our favorite spot to be so far?
Mine's probably Sand Hollow, I think, just because of all the riding.
The four-wheeling specific
Four-wheeling,
things.
yeah.
I mean, southern Utah in general is super pretty, and I think it's probably both on our the tops of our lists. I really liked the Creed, Colorado area too.
Yeah, it was really pretty there.
Yeah, where we boondocked for a while, but
wish we could have stayed there longer.
Along the same lines, what was our least favorite place? And I think probably by the biggest margin was Padre Island.
Mostly because of the weather and
yeah, I'm sure it's a beautiful spot. I've seen pictures and I've heard so many stories of people loving it there. When we were there, it was right after Texas had frozen and gotten a bunch of snow. So we went down to Padre Island to get away from the cold and the snow and all of that. And it was cold there too.
It was cold and there were dead fish everywhere.
We think because of the cold weather, it obviously made the water colder, which caused the fish to probably die and wash up on shore. And then the fog was terrible. It was
windy and misty, salt mist all day, every day.
And the fog was so bad you couldn't even see 10 feet in front of you. It was. We spent about 5 days there and we were just miserable. So we packed up and left.
Yeah. With
traveling also comes at times a lot of scary moments. It is not always butterflies and rainbows. It's crazy. The first night that we started traveling, we were at a truck stop and we get rear-ended at 4 or 5 in the morning or something like that. So, by somebody backing into the camper. And that's how our whole full-time RVing thing
trial by fire
got started. That was definitely up there, I think, for both of us, the scariest moment that we've encountered so far.
Well, especially it was our day 1.
It was very stressful. It was a very stressful time in our lives. Another scary moment that was up there was actually just a few months ago. We were in Wall, South Dakota, and an insane storm kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and
it was 50-mile-an-hour winds.
And we were in the middle of it. When you looked at the radar, we were in the red for an extended period of time. The winds were insane. We were on kind of the edge of a cliff. It actually got so bad at one point it was in the middle of the night, so it was,
the wind was broadsiding us too. It was a bad situation.
Yeah, and it was the rain and the wind, and it was at night, and it got so bad at one point that we got out of bed and we're sitting in the kitchen. So we ended up just bailing to the truck and taking a little drive and coming back like after the storm was done pretty much. So then on the flip side, well, for me anyway, my favorite moment has probably been volunteering at UTV Takeover. It was super fun to meet all those cool people and be with our people with like the side-by-sides and off-roading stuff, and yeah, that was a really good time.
I don't know that I could choose though. We've had so many great memories and moments on the road. I don't know that I could choose. Between just meeting people and going four-wheeling with random people and all the places we've been, I don't know that I could choose a best moment.
Aww.
Every moment with you is the best moment.
How many states have we traveled?
Minnesota.
So
We need a map. All right, we got a map.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 states in a year.
29 states, and we've put on 38,000 miles or something like that.
Don't look at me. I don't know. A lot of people are wondering too, like, how long are we gonna keep up this lifestyle? And honestly, as long as we can. We didn't anticipate it to be any more than a year, really.
But we're both loving it so much.
Yeah, we both love it, and it's always an adventure. Right, for us right now, I don't see how we could think about moving into a house and like settling down.
Yeah, we get
stir crazy
after like 2 weeks in the spot.
Yeah.
A question we get a lot is, why do we have the setup we have? Well, we had the Jayco before this with the toy hauler in the back and like room for the Can-Am, and then we really wanted a motorcycle and it didn't fit.
That just made us think, like, how can we still have all of our toys with us and still have room for it?
Yeah.
And that kind of gave us the idea, instead of having a legit toy hauler and putting the Can-Am in the garage, to put it on top of the truck. With a bigger garage means less living space. And we chose not to have a trailer behind the camper because we'd be over length in most states. Even on top of the truck, legal height is 13.6.
Yeah, we're totally legal with it up there.
Yes, because we are under that legal height. The camper is still taller than with the truck and the Can-Am on top.
Yeah.
So we have done our homework. Never ever fails that whenever we stop at a gas station, a campground, literally anywhere, people come up to us and ask, how do we load and unload the Can-Am?
Yeah.
But we unload it and load it from the front. Usually with the help of some sort of incline or ditch.
But it's not necessary. For all you people who are like, what if you can't find a ditch? Well, for one, they're everywhere. I don't know if you've ever been along a road or not, but they're everywhere. And if they're not, like when we got stranded, you can unload it and load it on flat ground. It's just sketchy AF.
What has been our favorite camping spot so far?
Probably Creed, Colorado.
Up on that mountain.
Yeah, it was just the
how we
fall
randomly
colors and everything were so cool.
And how we randomly found it.
Yeah, we were just on a bike ride.
I think my favorite camping spot was when we were up in northern Michigan near like Brimley, Raco area at that like abandoned airfield in like the pines, and we had that big cement pad all to ourselves and there was nobody around. With full timing, it's not going to be perfect the way we want it, like from the factory. So we have made a few upgrades here and there, just some basic like storage space saving, like in the garage with like hooks and whatnot.
Our solar system, inverter, yes. Batteries.
Yep, queen bedroom style into a king. So there was a queen in there from like the factory, like when we got it, and then we ended up modifying it to fit our king bed in it because we were so sick of the small bed.
Yeah.
It was not working.
The factory mattress is like that thick.
Yeah.
And ours is like that thick.
Much better. Oh, and then we also took out one of the couches in the living room to make a desk. And for all you people who are worried about how the dogs like traveling, Reuben absolutely loves it. Honestly, for being husky, he is so chill. He doesn't care.
No.
He loves all the new spots. Like, he likes exploring, I think, as much as we do. So our advice for newbies who are maybe thinking about doing this, thinking about traveling, is work hard, first of all. We busted our butts to make this happen, like, from the time we chose we wanted to start traveling to the day we left, I think was like 5 months, which is not a lot of time to get rid of like 90% of everything and the house and all of that. And then don't give up, because for us, the first probably 4 or 5 months were awful. Like, I can't even tell you how many times we're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. This is too hard. We don't know what we're doing.
Start in the springtime. Don't start coming into winter.
Yeah, that was, if we go back, we would, definitely start not in the winter. Also, know how to fix things. Like, especially now, trying to essentially fit your home into a maintenance shop is near impossible. So knowing how to fix stuff, troubleshoot stuff on your own, internet and YouTube are your friends. To have like a general working knowledge of how all of your equipment works and have the tools accessible to you to fix it. 90% of the time, it's pretty simple.
It's a lot more boring than you would think.
It's not always an adventure every day.
Yeah.
It still is your everyday life. You're not escaping anything that you have back home.
Still have to work, still have to make money.
You still have to do the dishes. Still have to do laundry. Like, it's not a vacation. It's just a different way of life, pretty much. Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Like, subscribe, please, 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 please.
But if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, or if you thought we were funny, because we like to think we are, give the video a thumbs up. And we'll see you in the next one.
And scene.